Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Ashley K. Panagas. My topic today is all about Global City. What is Global City? Global City, an urban center that enjoys significant competitive advantage and that serve as a hub within a globalized economic system. Global cities play an increasingly important role at the global and regional level, from Asia to Africa, from South and North America to Europe. Large urban centers enjoy significant competitive advantage and serve as primary node in the globalized economic system. At the same time, global cities dramatically display the challenges posed by social inequalities and exclusion. To interact with state and other international actors pursue objectives that are often intertwined with global economic agendas and are crucial to questions related to climate change, mobility and migration, technological innovation, economic development, and infrastructure.
Defining global city. What is a global city? A global city is a city generally considered to be an important node in the global economic system. The most complex of these entities is the global city, whereby the linkage binding a city have direct and tangible effect of global affairs through socio-economic means. There are also three global cities. One is New York, London, and Paris. These three global cities are maintaining their long-decade dominance as the top three cities in the Global Cities Index. So, what's the importance of global city or cities? Global cities plays an increasingly important role at the global and regional level, from Asia to Africa, from South and North America to Europe. Large urban centers enjoy significant competitive advantages and serve as primary nodes in the globalized economic system. So that's all.
Indicators of global city. What is global city? Global city, also known as power city, world city, alpha city, or world center, is a city which a primary node in the global economic network. The concepts comes from geography and urban studies, and the idea that globalization is created and furthered in strategies geographic locales according to a hierarchy of importance to the operation of the global system of finance and trade. Global City Indicators Program, or GCIP, is a decentralized city LED initiative and enable cities to measure, report, and improve their performance and quality of life, facilitate capacity building, and share best practices through an easy-to-use web portal. Managing cities effectively is critical and becoming more complex in population growth and economic development and taking place in urban areas. And in today's big challenge, such as poverty reduction, economic development, climate change, and the creation and maintenance of an inclusive and peaceful society, will all need to be met through the response of cities. So will the day-to-day challenge is ito na yung garbage collection, responding to the house on fire and largest disaster, facilitating the provision of water, electricity, education, healthcare, and the myriad of other services that make life more productive and enjoyable. So that is the big challenges of the global city. So here are indicators of global city. First is economic power. Economic power is a crucial determinant of a global city because it attracts not only businesses but also individuals for another countries. So, economic power is a ability of country, businesses, or individual to improve their standard of living. It increases their freedom to make decisions that benefit themselves alone and reduce the ability of any outside force to reduce their freedom. The way to increase income is to reduce the good of services that provides a real benefits to the world. The laws of supply and demand will see to it that customer will pay the highest price to receive the benefits. For a country, it might mean manufacturing high-tech equipment, providing cheap labor to make customer product, or having lots of oil. So next is economic opportunity. Any purchase, sale, lease, contract, option, or other transaction or arrangement involving property or services wherein a consultant may gain an economic benefits. Economic opportunities measure the extent to which a community provides employment opportunity and mobility to its resident, stable job, and irritated for farming in particular. Water can become a factor of production its own right only if it has to be the paid for or subsidized. Water is provided only when the economic costs of alternative uses are changed for 24. Economic opportunity costs may also arise where the installation and maintenance of irrigation infrastructure have to be paid for or where, in accordance with the polluters pays principles. Economic competitiveness. The ability of an economy to compete fairly and successful in markets for internationally traded goods and services that allows for rising standard for living over time. Competitiveness is the capability a country or company has to achieve profitability in the market in relation to its competitors. Competitiveness depends on the relationship between values and quantity of the outputs offered and the input needed to obtain profitability, as well as the productivity of the other buyers that exist in the market. The content of competitiveness can be applied to both company and country. So next is center of authority. Center of authority. Centralization of authority is defined as the systematic and consistent concentration of authority of a central point or in a person within the organization. Center of authority is a stage power political influence. Power political halves ever exert influence on their own country, has well international affair. Example, Jakarta, Indonesia, and the main headquarter of Association of the Southern Asia Nation. Next is political influence. There is another reason some global cities have extensive political influence, and that is because they are home to regional or global headquarters of major international organizations. Center of political influence. Culture helps learners to develop a great sense of identity that allows them to make sure of acquired skills effectively. Students build organization and understand that they can affect the globe in many meaningful avenues. Teamwork is also a sensitive skill that students must learn in school. In community, one of the organization is educational institute such as school and higher education institutions. As Hoy 1990 indicated that Waller 1932 studied the place of values, rituals, rites, and ceremonies in school.
Good day everyone, and today I will going to discuss the challenges of global city. The first is resources. Resources, the cities need resources such as water, food, and energy to be viable. Sometimes kasi nagkakaroon ng shortage sa pagkain, tubig, or kuryente or energy. Urban sprawl reduces available water catchment areas, agricultural lands, and increases demand for energy, while better application of technology can boost agricultural productivity and ensure more efficient transmission of electricity. Many cities will continue to struggle to provide these resources to an ever-growing urban population, and for that, beyond these basic requirements, haphazard growth will see the reduction of green spaces within cities, negatively affecting livability. As what we observe sa global cities, very modern na, diba? So, event risk, which very important ay konti na lang ang makikita mo sa mga syudad, which cause sa madaling pagbaha. As fresh water becomes scarce and fertile lands diminish, food prices many escalate, hitting the poorest hardest. The second is environmental threats. Common environmental threats include flooding, tropical cyclones, to which coastal cities are particularly vulnerable, heat waves, and epidemics. As what we observe sa cities, diba, it's so easy it's so easy and oftentimes that they will experience flooding even with a small amount of rainfall. It will result pa rin to heavy floods. So, owing the physical and population densities of cities, such devastating financial loss and deaths, making cities more resilient against these environmental threats is one of the biggest challenges faced by city authorities and requires urgent attention. And kapag nagkakaroon ng flooding sa ating lugar, ay possibly cause it loss financial and death sa mga tao. Malaking epekto ang flooding sa mga tao and sa ating lugar. In the inequality, when it comes to both the provision of basic resources and resilience against environmental threats, the forecast is uneven for different groups of urban inhabitants. As the number of urban super-rich grows, many cities will also see increased number of urban poor. Ang tinutukoy ko po dito na inequality is between sa rich and poor people sa urban area. Kasi once dumami yung mayayaman, dadami rin yung mahihirap. Dahil sa inequality treatments. Like for instance, kapag may mga offer na trabaho sa city, then ang mas tinatanggap nila is yung mga mayayaman kaysa mga mahihirap na mas nangangailangan ng trabaho. And last is technology. Will be increasingly used in development and running of cities. Kasalukuyan po kasi nagaganap sa urban or rural places within yung mga pagpapatayo nilang ng mga buildings or gusali, like installing sensors in the home of aging senior homes of aging senior living alone can connect them to the community and summon help when they are unwell or hurt. And aside from that, it can possibly cause from technology is mas dumadami yung sasakyan. The last is technology will be increasingly used in the development and running of cities. Kasalukuyan po kasi nagaganap sa urban or rural places natin ay yung pagpapatayo ng gusali o yung pagdami ng mga sasakyan, yung mga technology. Like installing sensors in the home of aging senior living alone can connect them to the community and summon help when they are unwell or hurt. Sa pagdami ng ating mga technology ay naepektuhan yung mga matatanda na nagpapahinga na, yung mga senior, yung overage na mga tao. Kasi halimbawa nagpapahinga naman sila, tapos may dadaan ng mga maiingay na sasakyan or singhop sila ng mga usok galing sa sasakyan. And aside from that, it can possibly cause from technology is yung mga sasakyan. Yes, especially sa urban places. The more kasi na dumadami yung sasakyan, ay mas dumadami yung usok na mailalabas nito. Kaya isa din ito sa problema ng global city. And about the problem of buildings, yung area na pinapatayuan nila is imbis na pagtrabauhan yun ng mga mas nangangailangan or yung mga magsasaka, is mas pinipili nila na patayuan ito ng mga malalaking gusali, which is pinagmumula naman ito ng usok, and yung space na pinapatayuan nila, halimbawa may puno yun tapos pinuputol nila na siyempre maaring magkaroon yun ng cause of flooding. So that is all. Thank you.